Let's go. 18 Gator. 25 to Mike. Quicker. Go out. Switch. Switch. 5. Now go. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Ready? Look at me. Go.
Tighten up. Alert 3.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Hey, echo. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch the slant.
Second and 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Bring it. Switch. SOS. Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Check 37.
On second down, it's Roth. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Loss of a yard on the play. It's now third down and 4.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check. Crunch.
On third down, Vic out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Switch, switch, switch.
Go, go! Check 25! Check 25!
From the gun, Vic. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Here we go!
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be able to...
And a loose football. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch, twitch. Watch, twitch.
Shift, shift! Jump, jump!
Throwing on 2nd down, Vic. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 3, check it out!
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Not quite enough leg. This one was on target, but it needed a little more behind it. And by about the width of a football, this will stay a tie ball game.
Ready to break.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
It's our time.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Looking middle, and that's complete. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check it out,
Ready, ready?
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
You can't stop me.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
And a Bengal first down.
On the double. We got 25 to Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. From 13 yards out, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Bengals 14, Falcons 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe we can get this game tied up.
17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
37-yard line.
Ready. 60 out low.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Vic to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Vic's pass. Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. This will be the final play of the half. Vic. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. Johnson's got it complete. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Hey, Jet. Snap.
Now Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator. Hey, box drop.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, 25 to go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Team 6.
2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Ready.
We're going
20.
20.
Ready.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, lock it.
They'll set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Roth, he takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Roth. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's get off the field. Check. No.
To throw, Vick. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check nickel. Check 99.
On play action, Vick. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Okay,
The Bengals drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Hunt. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ready up. Leo.
They'll run it here with Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We own now. Jam. Check three. Check 4.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Vic. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A give right side now to Hunt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 37-yard line.
Ready, ready.
We got 25 to make.
Go.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Ready, ready.
On second down now, it's Hunt. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here we go. It's 70, Indy.
Tighten up.
Go.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Right up.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. Gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Johnson, the intended target.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Come on, set, 8, read. Gone.
Bandit. Hatch it.
6-6, pull it high. Cut.
Check.
Speed driven.
They run again with Hunt. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Cincinnati, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.